You know, Iovanna, because my husband, Don was sick for so very long, and there were times when we had many life and death situations. In fact, in the end, we all kind of said, but he always comes back. And when he didn't, we were surprised because he had almost gone and left us many times. Through all of that, there's some self-protection that you have to do as the caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
If you let it all come down on you, the sadness, the inevitability of it, the responsibility of it, it can be so overwhelming that you can't give the care you need to give. So I think it's really important to try to get your mindset in a way that allows you to be positive for them.
So how you do that?
I think there are a lot of ways. I think bubble baths help. A little time to yourself, some time to read, some time to walk in the woods or outside, to breathe, to not always be in the room.
Okay.
And when things get really tough, sometimes you have to leave the room and get yourself together.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe deep, get hold of yourself, and go back and be positive. Because I think when they see you being overwhelmed, it's scary for them. They need to know that you're going to be there and you're going to be strong for them and for the rest of the family.
That's true.
And so I think self-care becomes really important, and having somebody to talk to, somebody you can call. Sometimes it's not about, sometimes I don't want to talk about his illness. Sometimes I want you to make me laugh. I've called you through the years and we'd end up giggling on the phone. That helps. It helps sometimes just to have that mental break. Of course, you and I know how valuable the spiritual connection is.
Absolutely.
And what that means in having a positive way of life together. And it gives you the strength to talk about what's going to happen next. I think you do the very best you can with what you've got.
That's right.
And it's important to recognize when you need to be refilled, when you need to take a break, when you need to step back.
And I think we feel selfish sometimes doing that.
Right.
We feel guilty that if they're sick, how come we're going to have a break when they're sick? But again, it goes back, and you probably hear this from many of our videos and recommendations. We believe the caregiver has to take care of himself or herself.
Right.
So they can take better care of the patient, because even though the caregiver is not sick, when there's a chronic disease, a terminal disease, everybody shares that situation at home.
Yeah.
And it's okay to take care of yourself in ways that you say, because even though there are many blessings to have the opportunity to take care of our parents, of our loved ones, our sick loved ones, is also a tremendous burden. And it gets to all of us. We know it's very hard. And the way to be able to continue for the long run is to also take care of ourselves.
I agree.